So, anyway, many began to suspect America had become infected when the government announced totalitarian lockdowns and a plan to print free money. Free money. Did you guys know? Yeah, free money. And for everyone, and the test results confirmed the worst, that America is pretty much being overcome by socialism.
What are you talking about?
We're infected. We're completely testing positive for socialism.
Where's the free money?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of it.
There is no such thing.
Oh, no, there's not. But no, we tested positive for socialism. We're on lockdown. The government is, I don't care what the actual thing is about the damn coronavirus. I don't care if it's real, if it's fake, if it's over-exaggerated, if it's going to kill everybody. I don't care. The fact is that they're taking over. They're setting a precedence. The next year, if a virus pops up or whatever it is, guess what they're going to do? They're going to shut us down. And what are they doing? They're conditioning our children to think that this is normal. Oh, you're sick? Everybody shut down. Yeah. Close the schools, block the roads off, stop the trucks. Just America ceases to exist, and some other country will take over. Might as well just call it Venezuela of America, or I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Venezuelan States of America.
I mean, look, I'm being obviously exaggerated at the moment, but this is not the America I know. This is not the America we love. This is not America. What happened to... Look, a virus? Really? How long's COVID-19 been around? Legitimately, how long has it been around?
19, so since the year 2019.
No, it's been around a lot longer.
Okay, coronavirus, yes, COVID-19.
Okay, whatever. It's another virus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we've never experienced any of this shit before.
Yeah, we have immune systems for a reason.
Wasn't AIDS a virus?
Thank you. That's the exact.
Yep. And then it was cured.
Yeah. And how many people did it kill? A lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. It killed a lot of people. Did it suck? Yeah, it did. Guess what?
But it wasn't airborne.
Fine. Goes up into the nasal passages in a cooler area, grows, thrives, and goes to your lungs and drowns you. But guess what? How many people die in a car accident every day? I get it. Let's take the cars away.
It's not technically airborne.
You're starting to sound like that other guy on that other network.
Yeah, right? I don't care what I think. I don't care what I sound like right now. Today's my day. I get to sound whatever the hell I want to sound like. Breathing.
Anyway.
How is everyone this evening? You two, you three, sorry.
Meh.
Oh, right? I got your meh.
I've been working on my truck all day, trying to do maintenance stuff.
Healthy counties have developed a strong immune systems. Healthy counties have developed strong immune systems against socialism and recoil in horror as the thought of living off the government. Yeah. But when countries' immune systems begin to be compromised, they start to be apathetic towards socialism and eventually embrace it wholeheartedly. That is my point. And they teach these kids that this is the way it should be. It's pathetic. Where is our liberty? Where is our strength as a country that we sit here and take orders from the government to get in your house, don't come out because a virus? The flu is a virus. How many people die from the flu every year? A lot more than this has. So far, I'll give you that. Sorry, Lynn.
True, so far. I mean, what, like somewhere between 30 and 60,000.
Right.
On an average year.
Now, I hope I'm not proven wrong here. And it's not about me being right or wrong. I just hope it doesn't get out of hand. But it just seems like the media is completely over-exaggerating this. Yes, I believe there's concerns. Do we all know what they are?
Okay, so you say the media. Are you talking about reporters and journalists, or are you including all of the press conferences, the daily and sometimes hourly press conferences?
I think both.
Do you think the government is blowing it out of proportion?
Possibly. Look, I will say this. I have a couple friends of mine who are doctors. They don't even agree with each other. Yes, who are we supposed to believe? Who says that some guy I'm not even going to name a news source. It doesn't matter who. Name one. Whoever they bring on their station is more right or wrong than the guy on the other station. They pick and choose what narrative they want to push.
Hey, Chris, maybe next week can we get Bill Nye?
Oh, because he's not a science guy. I'll step in for him. How's that?
I mean, I'm not going to watch him. Maybe we could find some clips of him to make fun of. I can do that.
We can't get him on the show, damn it.
Well,
no, I'm going to find some clips. We can play some clips of Bill Nye, the non-science guy, and we can make fun of him.
I like making fun of.
Sadly, the government is going to be able to claim victory no matter what way this thing goes. If it does go, sort of bad and a lot more people die, then they can say, well, look, see, if we hadn't have done something, it'd be so much worse.
Well, it always does. I mean, President Trump said it today, and he was responding to all the naysayers that he waited too long. And he's like, no, it was actually perfect, maybe even too early. So, I mean, we don't know. I am not qualified to make any kind of, I can make observations, but I don't know anything for sure. You talked about, Sean, you opened the show up with the free money and the socialism. Are you speaking of the $1,000 that everybody's supposed to get?
No, I haven't even gotten there, but It's just this whole mindset of, to me, and this goes back to another guy, like you said, it's all about control. And they're doing what it takes to get control. And the sheeple, as I call them, look, I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong here. I'm not saying that we don't have a viable issue that could buckle the knees of this country or this earth and the population, but it's not the plague. Like Melissa said, we've had viruses forever. Some of them very serious, but when you go back to what I'm calling the disease of socialism, they're pushing for it. They want control, and this is one progressive step closer to that. Here it is. The disease is thought to be terminal. Socialism, yeah, it can be. The only known cure is to cut off the states that have embraced it, but experts believe too much of the country has now been infected for surgery to be a viable solution. I agree. The socialism.
So, it's funny you say that, Sean. A good friend of mine, retired Navy, Mr. Phil, he has a farm country up in Kentucky. And he gave me a big hug and kiss before he left. He's like, just in case they close state lines before I get back.
Yes.
I was like, no, stop it with the conspiracy crap. But then again, I didn't think we would be where we are today a couple of days ago. So,
here's something that really pissed me off about all this stuff yesterday. I'm at work. I get a text message from my wife asking if we should buy ammo.
You already have a dog.
Right. His name is Ammo.
Yeah, I thought he owned it.
I have a lot of ammo.
And ammo.
I got a bunch of fat ammo. Anyway.
His ammo stacked this high.
Oh, he's stacked higher than I am. And I'm like, yeah, we should always buy ammo, and she's like, well, yes, should we buy another? She said AR, and I'm like,
just say yes.
Yes, well, I am, but I'm like, where is this coming from? The next thing you know,
here,
one of the guys at work, his wife is texting him, and this guy's wife is calling him, and everybody's in the know except us, and we're like, what is going on? Oh, well, the governor, the communist state of Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Illinois. You guys are in place. Stay in place.
Yeah, he was at 3:00. He's going to make an announcement. What happens? Everyone ran. Literally, the stores everyone went woof, right to the stores. Hey, why would you announce that you're going to make a huge announcement 3-4 hours prior to making it and expect no one to panic? They want this to happen.
It's like Brad
Yeah,
Stagg's
they do.
announcements.
They get control when they induce chaos into society.
Yeah, and they get everybody hollering.
No, Brad Stagg's announcement is nothing like the nobody's panicking when Brad Stagg says, "I've got an announcement. Tune in tomorrow."
I don't panic on that either.
They get everybody panicked, and then everybody says, "Well, the government's got to do something. The government's got to do something." No,
No, the
government
government sit
doesn't
their ass
do
down.
anything. No, it's your life. Okay, you need to take the precautions. Necessary precautions. Yes, wash your hands. Yes, do all that stuff. You should do that anyway. You should do that during the flu season. You should do any of
America.
you know anybody?
America, it's probably too late to save her, said one doctor as America's loved ones wept in a waiting room. We'll give you time to grieve.
I want to know the money that they're planning on giving out. Where's that coming from? Where? Yeah,
Oh
what's
my God! You
what's the
said you had a
national
new
debt
job.
clock up to?
I didn't know it was that serious.
23
John.
trillion, 500 and something billion. Hey, let's just keep printing the money. Let's just keep printing it, folks.
Hey, they did that after 9/11, though. We had a stimulus then too.
And it was stupid then, too.
Mm.
I just watched a clip about Doc Thompson from, I think, 2017, of him going off about how everybody is completely jumping down President Donald Trump's back and saying how awesome President Obama was. And they were talking about TARP, I believe.
Yeah.
And how he's like, whoa, no. He was actually kind of, he was giving him crap, but he's like, look, no, this stuff started back in the Bush administration.
Oh, yeah.
Bush loved his country, he loved his troops, but look, that doesn't mean he was a great freaking president.
Nope.
Period. And on top of all that, I'm a little pissed off, and I haven't gotten all the information, so some of this is just right off the surface. When I hear that President Donald Trump is wanting to give out another $1 trillion, excuse me? You're just printing money?
Yeah. Hey, Republicans, when you were jumping up and down on your head that Obama was doing a $800 billion, nearly $1 trillion stimulus program, and y'all are jumping up and down on you, why aren't you doing it now? Because your man's in?
Oh, that's exactly right. Look, I'm not playing
Justification.
favorites here. I'm not playing favorites. I don't give a damn if you're president, and I say I shouldn't say that because he's mine. But whoever you choose to like, whoever you voted for, that's not the point. The point is I don't care which side of the aisle the president stands on. They're all politicians. And yes, Donald Trump is a damn politician. If you tell me otherwise, you're lying. He is a politician, and maybe he wasn't, but he has become one. He has to be the president. You have to play the game. He's playing it his way. I will give him that.
What drives me craziest about these is we're going to spend $1 trillion. We're going to add $1 trillion to the debt. What we're really doing is printing money and making the dollar that's in every one of our pockets worth just a little bit less.
Yeah.
Because we're inventing money and putting the full faith and credit of the government behind it. But the biggest problem with this is it's a payoff. It's another freaking payoff to the people that supported him. The money that they're going to hand out to the citizenry is not the biggest portion of this money.
No, it's not. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I need a drink.
Look, people, I am by no means a rich person at all.
None of us are.
Well, I'm even less so. All right. I am not a rich person at all. if you don't have enough money to be out of work 3 to 6 months and cover your bills, whose fault is that?
Well,
is it the government's fault, or is it your fault because you didn't put the money back? So
you're absolutely right. And what do you think the percentage number is? We don't have these numbers.
Oh, I think it's very, 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 very freaking low, and people are living off credit cards and doing all the stupid shit because they think that's how you got to live.
I guarantee you it's not a 1%. 1% of this nation doesn't have, say, 6 months of pay. That's a half a year's salary, Rusty. Not people don't have that in the bank or they might have it in investments, don't get me wrong. But they don't have that cash money to just go withdraw. And besides that, if you go to a bank, if you got 50 grand in it, tell me how much money the bank will allow you to take your money out. How much of your own money do they allow you to take?
10 grand.
That's with question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like you have to save for your own money.
The people that do have investments, if they're worth, regardless of what they're worth, they've already lost it.
Well,
yeah, because they're using your money.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, whoa, don't be taking our money. No, excuse me, it's my money. You're using my money to build your business. Too bad.
Did anybody buy some cheap stock in the last couple of days?
No, I haven't. I haven't done anything in the last couple of days.
Here's my take on it, and you're saying most people can't do that. I have to completely disagree. Your lifestyle chooses how much.
It's not you're right, but I'm saying how many actually have it.
Oh yeah, it's
there's hardly any. Yeah, the people that could, you know what? That's a good point though, Rusty. The people that make the kind of money don't.
Yeah,
because they want to go out and they want to. Yeah. I've said this a million times on this show and Life in Progress. The nice things are great.
Yeah,
but damn it, what happened? And you know what? Guess what? It's here. It's here now. And what are you thinking?
Yeah, well, they're thinking, well, the government needs to.
Was I right?
You know,
right,
the government needs to do something. No, you should have done it. And now you don't. Now your business is going under. Now you're, now you don't know if you're going to be able to buy stuff. And I'm sure this is like going to be really, really popular, but I don't care.
We're not here to be popular.
Yeah, this is what your grandparents and stuff, tried to instill in you that you never know what's going to happen. You need to set back for a rainy day. You need to have that. Granted, I have 3 months. I can live without working for 3 months, and then we'll be dry. It should have had 6 months. My fault, but on a couple that's making less than $70,000 a year for a long time, we were able to put that back.
How many of anyone's grandparents had a credit card? There weren't, right?
It never came up in conversation, so I don't know.
There's no such thing. People went to the bank. Yes, they took a loan, maybe.
Oh no, Sears and Roebuck layaway.
But that's a different story. It's layaway.
Yeah.
That's you know what? I look back and go, that's pretty damn smart. You don't get your stuff till you pay it off.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. That means you were really working hard to get what you want. Not just say, oh, I can get it today. I don't really care about it that much because I just give you a couple bucks here and there. And you should, you know what? You know what's probably the best investment you can buy right now, Melissa?
Real estate.
I was going to say a cat cooler.
I think you're absolutely right.
I think when people are hoarding food and stuff, they're going to need a place to keep it fresh, especially when it comes to their cold stuff.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like one of these bad boys. What's up?
Yeah.
How long does it keep ice cold for?
7 days.
7 days.
Give
in
or
a cat
take.
cooler. That's right. Mm-hmm. Catcoolers.com. And what's so special about a cat cooler, Melissa?
You can personalize them.
For the apocalypse?
You can personalize them for the apocalypse. Thank God I watched all those episodes of The Walking Dead, so I'm prepared.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Walking
Dead.
There's already a lot of Walking Dead out there.
Yes.
Dead brain
and it could fit a midget. He cut up. Oh wait, wrong show.
No, wait. There's not a right show for that.
No.
That's the Daily Mojo, maybe, or Rusty's Playhouse. I don't know.
And if you want to get one, there's an offer code, 15% off if you use the offer code whiskey. You can also get it personalized, and I think there's a couple of people here that would agree with me. The customer service is second to none.
Yeah,
You
Wayne
will be
definitely
contacted.
take care of you. They definitely take care of you over there at catcoolers.com. And of course, like Melissa said, if you put in the promo code whiskey, you get 10% off. And
If you buy the tumbler, it could fit a whole bottle of wine.
that's true. It's 32 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
You could fit, 32 ounces of hot coffee. And now look, this is no joke. I have to cool the coffee off when I put it in here. Otherwise, I won't get to drink it until noon.
Yeah, I have that problem too. I have
I
to.
do. No playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what coffee do you put in there?
Well, it's funny you ask, Rusty, because I would say you'd want to go over to AmericanPrideRoasters.com and get you some historically great coffee. What do you think about that, Rusty? What's your favorite coffee, Rusty?
Mine is the dark chocolate bacon. Doc Thompson's dark chocolate bacon blast is my absolute favorite, and then the blueberry donut hole. There's a couple of them that I haven't tried yet.
Have you tried the Code Monkey, the Brandon Morris Code Monkey bread?
I want to try the Code Monkey bread blend. That's a tongue twister. And the what is the other one? The king cake.
King cake.
Yeah, and don't eat the baby Jesus.
Don't eat the
Don't put him through the coffee maker. Gets a little hot up in there. I mean, look, he can take the heat. Don't get me wrong, but it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Oh gosh, yeah. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. DM will hook you up. DM Dave Matthews.
Hey folks, in this rough time, go buy a bag. Just go buy a bag from DM and tell him happy birthday. I think it's his birthday today or tomorrow.
Rusty, you're looking to get us unsponsored.
It's tomorrow. Tomorrow's his birthday.
Well,
Tomorrow's his
tomorrow.
birthday.
So Monday.
Yeah, Monday's his birthday.
There we go.
And then we could ask him when he's going to have a birthday cake blend. Throw that out there.
Hey, birthday cake. My birthday's next month. Hint. 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 I have more important things I need to get than any birthday thing. Hey, everyone say hello to our sleepy official off-track mascot.
Mascot, there she is.
Hi, Miss Gilly girl. Here, let me. Chris, can you put her on pin that video for a second? Gilly. Oh, she can't hear us.
No, she can't.
Gilly.
Miss Gilly. There she is.
She's had a rough day.
She's had a rough day napping in quarantine.
It was rough day.
I love you guys. I'm not sorry. I needed that. I needed to go off on something. I have frustrations, folks. I have mental issues. And I know someone who will verify that. So, hey, stick around. Off track. Stuff and things, guys.
My pants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No shit. I had ice in this thing probably a solid 12 hours. It just stayed in there. I was like, no, it's still in there.
I'll tell you what. You know those big ice cubes I have? They're like inch and a half by inch square.
Yeah.
So this big tall thing, 32 ounces, only fits 4 of them ice cubes in it, right? So I put that in there and I fill it up. And the next morning, I mean, I had drank all the, I don't remember what I had in it now, but I had drank all the drink. The bottom ice cube hadn't even started to melt the next day. I'm like, well, I'm reusing that. Man, give me something else over here and put it in my cat cooler from catcoolers.com. Promo code whiskey. 10% off.
10%.
And they're rugged for that rugged person. I don't want to assume anyone's gender, so.
Can I get you another drink? I waited too long.
Yeah. I like the fact that the lid screws on it does not just push down, because those lids they leak.
Yeah, they do.
These lids do not.
They do not leak.
No. And I've had mine for almost a year now, and I use it all day, every day. Wow. It's pretty tough stuff.
We want to do voicemails when we come back?
I don't care what we do when we come back.
I just got them. I can start and stop them. I had Kinsey send them to me, and I recorded them quick to my computer while we were doing that last segment.
Coming in hot. We'll do that now.
Cool.
Welcome back into Off Track, folks. We're going to throw it right to you right now. With you know what, we have a listener out there who forces us. He forces us to listen to people who just berate us and belittle us, and
what the hell?
It's so degrading.
I love it.
We love it.
It's true.
We absolutely love it. We can't get enough of it. So
I'm going to throw the video back over to
no further ado.
I hate further.
Shall we get it?
Get some.
Get it. Get some. Uh-oh. I misdialed, sorry.
How do you misdial?
I just did, I'm sorry.
Fat finger.
Thank you for calling the Mojo 50 voicemail service. Please enter your passcode.
Rusty Lugnuts.
What do you want? Oh yeah. You're that guy my virtual sister doesn't want to deal with anymore. You have 7 voicemails.
Who's this dude?
Pound to listen to your voicemails while I delete all your Bridget the Midget videos.
What? Hey Chris, hold on.
Man, this is so good. How to make 200.
Yeah.
How is it? What, the guy's talking to you, or he's talking to Rusty now?
He was talking to me
because Chris just got thrown under the bus all of a sudden.
I mean, that girl that he was, she was making advances towards Rusty, the digital girl, and apparently she got really tired of him and never. The digital one.
Yeah, the digital voicemail girl was hitting on.
Sorry
I made her complaint, so I guess they got rid of her.
He hurt her feelings. He wasn't giving her any attention, and so now she quit.
Moving on.
Okay. Have I got a plan? This is so good. How to make $200 a month, okay? Getting rid of a kid. I'm a genius. You got a kid in the basement, right?
Whoa.
You want to get a grandkid, right? Kid ain't motivated, man. Takes a shower but every 4 days or so. Get that shower taken care of, right? Get a Facebook page. Call him, I don't know, Johnny Bad or something. Dumbass kids, they'll never understand anyway, right? So you can't sing. I got that. And you're thinking, hey, you're worried about the funds for the guitar? Get him a guitar. Get him a Facebook page. Get him out there. Get him married. You're thinking, he can't sing, he can't dance.
Don't get him married.
It doesn't matter. Rough his hair up a little bit. Give him a stupid guitar. You're in it for $100, right? You got a life, you got a grandkid, and you're making $200 a month. What an idea. I can't believe I come up with this stuff.
So I can't either, especially a guy who's in marketing.
What was that?
I don't know. Exactly.
One guy.
Was S.K. Thompson drinking?
I think he was.
Have you met him?
A lot.
I think he was on some...
No, he doesn't even have to be drinking. Don't you remember, Chris? Go in your Wayback Machine.
Right.
Yeah, okay, there it is. Bing!
BradStagsAss.com, something like that. Brad'sAss.com, that was it. That was one of his
Brad's
brilliant
Ass.
marketing plans.
Yeah. I think he actually bought
That's
that.
the guy well, I don't know if he owns it.
He owns Brad's Ass.
I think he goes out. No, actually, he owns a website with my name on it.
Oh, my.
That's a little creepy there, SK.
Well, creepy.
He says he's saving it for me in case I get
I'm not sure what's going on with
famous
this
or whatever.
kid in the basement with the guitar.
I don't know.
I think he should be buying melississippi.com.
Is he telling the kid to put the lotion on its skin? Or just,
Let's move
That's
on.
a little disturbing.
That's
Okay, it's a
crazy.
whole lot disturbing. So.
Have I got a plan?
What? No.
Oh.
Skip.
Hold on.
Your answering machine sucks.
My answering machine is terrible.
Oh my God.
What an idea. I can't believe I come up with this stuff.
Right.
Off Track with Whiskey 6.
Uh-oh.
Just may turn out to be one of Doc Thompson's longest running jokes.
You know what?
That's
Someone told me
good.
to call in.
That's brilliant.
That was that's good.
You know what's funny? He's
I
not
forgot
here to
about that.
stop it either. Long off track. Anyway,
Damn.
Corona
Generation-
couldn't even
Oh.
stop it.
see, they didn't know we got rid of Doc right after he said yes. Off track. You think that's a coincidence?
Yeah, is that a coincidence? I don't know.
Melissa's not even smiling. Wow. Doc Thompson would be laughing his ass off.
Someone told me to call in and tell you all what I like about Off Track.
Uh-oh.
The
Well, this is going to be a
problem
short
is
message.
There's not really anything I like about Off Track. And I guess I have a new quest. Find something to like about Off Track. And if I never return from this quest, then please remember me.
Attention,
Please.
people of Earth.
That's a good
We've been listening to Off Track.
What?
I'm sorry. What?
So Kinsey is on a quest now to find something he likes about Off Track. We might not have voicemails next week.
Did he just say, please remember me?
Yeah.
It's a Tim McGraw
Yeah.
song.
He's going on a quest and he may never come back.
He may never return. from-
Well, it's kind of funny there. If you're not watching your back there, Mr. Guy who doesn't like us. Well, Doc Thompson's not here to stop us either, so.
Right. Well, I say everybody should go on a quest to find what they like about Off Track, because they can go to Spreaker and hear all of the previous episodes of Off Track and listen to us get marginally better over time. I mean,
Wow, you set the standard pretty high there, didn't you?
That's funny. I've heard the exact
That's a
opposite.
good dad joke. I'm not even funny. Laughing, I mean.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
Attention, people of Earth. We've been listening to Off Track for some time now. Combined with the outbreak of COVID-19 on a global scale, we believe Earth to be a threat to the Empire, and its destruction to be a mercy killing. The Death Star
Uber.
will be in place in 72 hours.
Whoa, hold on.
You kept whispering Uber.
I have an idea.
I believe we just were threatened by Darth Vader.
No, I have. Kenzie, I know you're listening. Get a hold of me.
What about Dark Helmet?
oh, Dark Helmet.
Off Track with Whiskey 6 is more fun than wheelchair jousting, but not by much.
Did he just say cheek jousting?
Wheelchair jousting.
Yeah. Wheelchair.
Whatever.
Oh. Damn
There.
it.
Okay.
Good old Mike, buddy.
Mike's
Love
probably
that.
cheek jousting.
I love that guy.
Get
That's
better,
an old.
Mike.
Hey, that's an old sounder. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
because dang,
Yeah.
it's been a while since I've heard that man's voice.
Uh-huh.
We miss you, Mike. I mean, like,
Hey,
sorry,
I'm
we miss
calling
your
to show
voice.
him I'm kind of sorry.
Sorry.
We got more SK.
Oh, no.
Hey, I'm calling and show him I'm kind of sorry.
No, you're not.
Called and left messages about making some money with nuts and grandkids and all that, and I want to apologize. I was a bit liquored up, and Anyone know what I was talking about? Got that patent ready yet? So, so just kind of forget all that stuff. Don't worry about it. It's probably a bad idea anyway. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Yep. I mean, yeah, that's a bad idea. We shouldn't be doing that. I'm telling them right now. So, anyway, sorry about the disturbance. I was a little buttered up. See you later. I'm sure it'll be okay.
Good afternoon, this is Virginia from Mother G and Natural Supplements, returning a call for Quiet Guy in the Back. Thank you for your inquiry about our organic horny goat weed. We do not believe it will impact the libido of actual sheep or goats. If you have additional questions or to order, please call us back at 800-342-1110.
That was awesome.
Hold on.
Chat, you shouldn't be giving Off Track's phone number for stuff like this. We will play it on the air.
Well, why is he integrating Off Track with goat weed and sheep? Is my question.
I don't think he did. I think that Quiet Guy in the Back left our phone number because he didn't want somebody else, any priceless people finding out about the horny goat weed.
Well, what I want to know is why is he giving sheep and goats horny?
I don't think he is, Rusty. I think it's for himself because he may need it.
He wanted to know if it would work on the sheeps and the goats.
No, that was a cover-up.
Well, he already knows it works on swine, so he wants to. He hauls pigs, so I don't know what other livestock.
Those are all euphemisms, guys. You don't understand that hauling pigs and hauling sheep are euphemisms for.
On his Amazon wish list, he does have those Velcro boots.
Well, it's funny you say that because when he says he has to go wash out the trailer, whoa, that's dirty talk. Stuff.
That is nasty.
Yeah.
That is nasty.
What are you talking about? You'd love it. You'd be like, where can I jump in on this train?
You have no more messages. To listen to your messages again, press. Thank you. Goodbye. And by the way, enjoy your new subscription to Guys Who Love to Get Cornhole.com.
Whoa!
Wait, what?
Wow, the digital brother of that girl that you dissed, Rusty? That's not good.
Rusty.
I don't think the guy got the memo.
No, that's
Rusty's coming to visit, and he's going to get cornholed when he gets here.
Whatever.
I'll even make you some special bags.
Oh, there's going to be some cornholing going on. Yeah, there's going to be some cornholing. You just tell Josh to watch out. I'm just saying.
Oh, no.
Anyway, so.
Sorry, why am I'm trying to find a story here, but there is no story beyond the headline. There's literally no story. There is just a headline. There's no read more. There's no read article. There's no nothing. The headline just reads Bernie, as in Sanders, trying to decide which house to quarantine himself in.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out myself.
Should it say whose house? Because he won't probably use his own. I mean, he wants to use everyone else's stuff, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. Fine. We have a typomatic over there, or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's read this one. My internet is slow. Excuse me.
Is that a headline?
Wife's prayer for husband to stop watching sports all the time results in global pandemic.
Her prayers have been answered.
Yeah, authorities have been trying to figure out what party is responsible for the coronavirus, and they finally found the culprit. Local woman Sarah Hutchins, who prayed for a few months that her husband Bill would stop watching sports all the time. According to experts, the woman's prayer went up to the Lord, who granted it by causing a global pandemic that canceled all sporting events for the near future. Quote, It's kind of one of those monkey's paw situations, said medical researcher Dr. Grant U. Healy.
Shut up.
No. Who
Grant you Healy.
Yeah, I must have been referring to The Simpsons. Her prayer was granted, but at what cost? The woman.
I don't think that's true because there are teams with names like the Saints and shit like that.
Well, possibly. The woman, though, says that it's been worth it. We're spending all our time together again. He's been really attentive. And we're streaming a lot of Gilmore Girls instead of watching hockey and baseball all day. I can only hope this thing flares up again in time. Wait, flares up again. Hold on. In time for college
Need
football
ointment
season.
for that.
Yeah. She does say it's troubling, however, that Bill has scrawled all Gilmore Girls and no sports makes Bill a dull boy.
Scrawled?
That's what it says.
Scrawled.
Bill
Okay.
has scrawled
And it
all
makes him-
Gilmore Girls and no sports makes Bill a dull boy. All over the living room walls.
Which means he
Scribbled.
has anxiety and he is going to snap like
Possibly.
The Shining.
See? Because he's being controlled by his government.
Is being
Told to stay home.
And I have never even seen the Gilmore Girls. I have
I don't
never
either.
seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I have never seen Pretty Little Liars.
It's funny. I've never even heard of these things you speak of. At least you know the names.
Sean, I just sent you a little bit of breaking news that you could click a link on.
Yeah.
Clink a link on.
Clink.
And while he's getting that one to come up, I found a little bit of social distancing playlist, something that's very important.
Don't stand so.
Wait, this is breaking news, right?
Right, breaking news.
Oh, my
But
God.
first, social distancing playlist. You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer.
Don't stand so close to me by the police.
There you go.
Absolutely. REM, It's the End of the World as We Know It.
Extreme, get the F out.
Untouchable by Eminem.
Stuff. I didn't even do that. I need a producer to do all this stuff all at one time. So, boom.
I know.
Yeah.
Fire that producer.
Yeah, he's fired.
But you'll
breaking
still get
news.
paid the same.
Yeah, we all get paid the same.
Okay.
Millions of dollars every second. Breaking news, Trump cancels 2020 election over coronavirus concerns. Can you believe it?
Oh, that's pretty extreme.
Well, we live in look, I already told you that the coronavirus is turning this into a socialist nation, right?
It's true. And he's been doing some pretty shady things over the last week or so.
It's true.
Who, Trump?
Yeah.
He also canceled standardized testing, foreclosures, and what do you call it? Foreclosures and getting kicked out of your house if you don't pay your rent.
Evictions?
No, and those.
Okay,
Yeah,
those are all good. Well, yeah, it's good things, but someone's paying the bills regardless. The water company, the electric company, those two right there.
Did they put a moratorium on those two?
Yeah, they're not volunteering their services.
Right. I don't know if there's a moratorium on it or not. But regardless, those services all do cost money. The government will end up picking up a tab somewhere along the line of some of these consequences, I guarantee that. Oh, well, we'll just, I mean, as we say, shit rolls downhill. Or uphill in this case, I don't know, from the tenant, let's say, who can't pay his water bill, who can't pay his garbage bill, who can't pay his electric bill or gas bill. If they're waiving these fees, the apartment complex or the what's the dang thing called? The people who rent things to you?
Landlords.
Landlords, thank you. The people who own these facilities Okay, and I know this for a fact because I just had this conversation with a landlord. Not mine, regardless.
That's such a prestigious name for a shitty job.
It really
I
is.
am the lord
Slumlord.
of this land.
No, and you know at times the landlord gets a notification because the building is in his name, the apartment complex. The building is in their name or the company name, and when a tenant refuses or cannot, they're not able to pay their utility bills, whichever one it may be. That water company or electric company says, "Oh well, we got another name here. It's the landlord, that company. We'll just bill them." And finally, he's like, "Hell no, because I'm not paying it. You have the tenant's information. They live there. Go talk to them. And if they don't want to pay it, well, guess what? Boop.
It's legal stuff, signing a contract.
It
but
is.
Aren't people? I guess some people are still getting paid, so they should be able to pay for.
Some people are.
I mean, even though Rusty and Chris have been fired, respectively in the last couple
Multiple
of months,
What?
they're still getting paid the same as they were a year ago from the off track accounting.
Melissa, how is it you and I still have a job?
I have no idea, really.
Well, you've got the dog and the pretty looks and all that, so you're covered.
Seriously, I mean,
I can just do this.
why is it they don't pay you guys any more than they pay us?
They don't pay us any less either.
Okay.
Look, I have some breaking news.
Wait, I haven't even finished the story. I haven't even started the story.
You were talking?
I did a headline.
You're such a diva.
I know, right? It's
that second paragraph is a doozy.
Well, so the headline, of course, was President Trump cancels 2020 election over coronavirus concerns and says, quote, "It's just too risky." Trump told the press while standing behind the sneeze guard. That's important, right? You gotta have, look, this is a buffet, okay? America is a buffet of people.
Right.
That's not the story. That's me. Quote, "We'll get all these people gathered together in rallies and lined up to vote, and they're all going to get sick." Yeah, right. Don't be having no rallies. Bernie and Biden, they're just so old. Sending them around crowds campaigning is basically trying to murder them.
I call dibs on making the Kool-Aid.
What?
Oh, I'm not drinking it. I don't care who's making it. I'm not drinking it.
What news site are you getting this from? Is this the Babylon?
The only
Bee?
good one that we trust, Rusty.
Babylon Bee.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, it just seems pointless for a bunch of people to die when everyone knows I was going to win anyway. Well, amen.
It's true. I mean, he was going to win anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well just call it now.
But just look, I want him to be the president another 4 years. But you know what? And this is away from the story. It's not even
Somebody
breaking.
go slap him, though, please.
Look, get off your cult bandwagon of any president. Not you guys, people in general.
What does a cult have to do with it?
Because look, you tell me there are people out there. Tell me that there are not people out there who it doesn't matter what any president. I'm not talking about Trump. I could be talking. Let's take the two as the example. Let's take
you're
Obama.
Talking
Let's
about a cult.
Yes, I am.
I thought you said a cult. Like
oh
a
no,
horse.
I'm sorry. Like a no, not that kind of cult. I apologize. No,
you got that accent, dude. Whoa.
Yeah, I got that Midwestern non-accent and all that.
Illinois, no, say 44.
I got that socialist accent down.
No,
pat.
you say things like across.
Speaking of accents, did you know that there was one of them other Northeasterners like you that just recently moved to Florida? Got super old.
Because he's old, and they all do that. All right. Don't get me started.
So,
do you know what he's talking about?
I don't have a clue.
Brady.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady used to play for the Patriots.
Buccaneers.
Wait, I'd have to care first. I don't know who this guy is. I know who he is. I'm just
You're so old on the podcast.
No, I know exactly who he is. I just don't care about football right now. It's over, and why are we bringing him up? It's just another damn distraction for what's really going on in this stupid world we live in right now.
Rusty, you had something, didn't you?
Yeah, I have just got this in. It's breaking news, Sean.
Noise. Breaking news noise.
Well, you should have told me that, as in, let me get it.
State University. That's why, for every tax dollar we get from the state, we generate.
I don't know what you're playing there, dude.
For a return on investment of 15.
What was that? What did?
That was Chris. Something started playing. Anyway, okay. So,
it wasn't me.
Liar.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So this just in, as more and more people around the world begin to follow directives to stay home and practice social distancing and self-isolation, provided they are able to help control the spread of the novel coronavirus, people are handling it about as well as you might expect. But for every person frantically teaching themselves to make bread, order a fancy stand mixer, or hosting a video chat happy hour, there's someone who goes back to the basics of self-care by spending time watching porn. The number nerds at Pornhub, who are never stingy when it comes to sharing cool data about porn viewing habits, took a look at what we know so far about the state of porn amid the coronavirus, as we're all spending significantly more time at home. And unsurprisingly, especially as the porn giant introduced free access to Pornhub Premium in various areas experiencing lockdown, they've seen some movement. As the report notes, Italy, as the first country in Europe to put a nationwide quarantine into effect, was the first to receive Pornhub's offer of free premium service and saw a 57% increase in use on March 12th.
Is that why you renewed your passport recently?
When they introduced that offer in Spain and France, they saw a 61% and 38% increase, respectively, in those countries. So...
Have you heard of any predictions of, I'm not saying I've heard of predictions. I'm wondering if you've heard of any predictions of emergency room visits due to extensive self-love?
No, I haven't heard any, but I bet there is some
how you doing, Chris?
North American isolation efforts kick off. Pornhub saw increases of 6.4% in the United States and 7.2% in Canada. But they also noticed, as with the other major events, government shutdowns, polar vortexes that keep people out of work, there was a change in timing for when people chose to frequent those sites. The largest increase of 31.5% happened in the early morning around 3 a.m., while the gain at 7 a.m. was just
weird.
1.4%.
Where are you?
Why do you look guilty, Chris? Chris, you're like,
this is Yahoo
I'm
Life.
not alone.
And the author was
I'm not awake at 3 in the morning.
Catherine.
I get mine in the afternoon usually.
Yeah. So
Central Time.
Yeah, if the internet has taught us anything, it's that any major cultural event or moment, no matter how solemn or serious, can and will be made into weird and pornographic videos.
Well, Rusty,
I believe that's Rule 57, right?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I suppose if that's the lifestyle you live, it may be, but yeah.
So what's the stats on Alabama and their home movies?
See that they don't break that down. I know.
Damn it.
Any specific breakout for midget stuff or?
No.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Oh, thank God the hour's over.
Down real low. Real low.
This is what an aneurysm feels like, folks. Stick around for some more mind-crushing news. Actually, we have a special guest coming in, folks. I'm so happy to be inundated with a special guest right now. Stick around. Off Track. Seriously, that was on Yahoo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yahoo Lifestyle.
I saw it on Facebook earlier today. I forgot where it was from, but yeah, somebody posted that.
I probably likely knocked up Alabama's, percentage like 1 or 2% just from me.
I'd buy that.
And stuff.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, Sean.
What?
What?
Go ahead and smack yourself again like you were doing with that stick there.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Shut up.
I think it sounds more like
all right, I'm just gonna be over here for a moment
Where's our guest, Chris?
Now he's just talking to himself. I just told him to come on in. He should be here any second.
Further to my point.
Oh, Sean, you got to unlock the meeting. Sean.
Oh, shit. Sean, you got to unlock the meeting.
You got to unlock the meeting.
Whatever. We don't care. I just don't care.
Anyway, this was from it's Yahoo Lifestyle picked it up, and I guess it's from SheKnows.com.
Unlocked.
It's from She Knows, and some other good articles from She Knows exactly how often you should replace your go-to vibrator.
Oh my God!
Why are we still talking about this?
I mean, I don't. Well, Judy wants to know how often is that? Damn you! We should ask Melissa.
Yeah, you're gonna have to check with her when she gets back.
So, Melissa,
is there a recommendation?
I'm looking right now. So on SheKnows.com, they have an article, Melissa, that says exactly how often should you replace your go-to vibrator?
Every 3 months.
Well,
yeah.
It's on the same rotation as my toothbrush.
And for very similar reasons, they both go in the mouth.
Whoa, wait, no, one
Chip
of
in
them
my
doesn't.
teeth. Oh no!
Look what Jeff has walked into here.
Isn't that Geoff?
That's what I'm talking about.
Look at that. It's going to do the whole show like that.
Oh, I was gonna buy Danishes and strap them to my head.
Danishes.
How's that working?
Bagels will work.
No, you gotta,
bagels might work.
All right, Jeff. Yes.
All right, just threw my glasses on the floor.
Whoops.
Here, you can use mine. It's okay.
Whoa!
All right, can you pull it a little closer to you because you're.
That's what she said.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Coming in hot, by the way.
Hot. Oh crap! Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back in. You know, folks, that last story from Rusty Lugnuts, it was a little disturbing. And you know what? What I found to be the best solution for disturbing stories and things you have in your life. Look, this cures everything, even the coronavirus. I'm just
American
saying.
Pride Roasters? Oh, CBD
Oh,
oils.
KBMD CBD oil, right there it is. Go over.
I have some right here.
Do you really? We need to talk to your dad too, by the way. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Folks, go over to mojo50.com. Actually, it's mojo50/shop. Check out KBMD CBD oils. That's Kenneth Brown, by the way. Kenneth Brown, medical doctor, CBD oil. It's really good stuff. It is a full tincture, 900 milligrams. Very pure. And here's something about this CBD oils, if you're not aware of this. You have cannabinoids in your brains and your stuff and throughout your beings. They found that the CBD oils connects your brain waves, because I guess all of this stuff travels in one direction, right? Well, the CBD oil is made, it's let those connections be made in the opposite directions. It's met them halfway, I guess you could say. And Melissa, you use them, don't you?
Whoa, dude, that's like really.
Yes, I do.
How much of a difference do you notice?
Oh, I do notice a big difference. Huge. A little bit with pain, but anxiety, lack of patience.
I don't have any of that. We know that.
Yes.
Maybe I should get on some CBD oils.
I haven't had a blood panel since I've started a CBD oil, so I don't know what it has done physically or internally, but I think my dad has, and I think he will testify. He'll testify.
We need to get him on here. We
do.
To get him on here.
Are you going to get on the screen? Just over on the side.
Who, me?
Who? What? When?
No, it's Gilly. Gilly's talking.
Oh, Gilly's taking up the spotlight there from Miss Melissa Sippy. Anyway, go over to mojo50.com. See, now I did it again. Mojo50.com /shop. Look at me. I am all discombobulated. I need some CBD oils. Ron, hook me up. Send me some.
No, you
promo code whiskey. Yeah, maybe. Promo code whiskey for your KBMD CBD oils gets you $15 off your order. And let me tell you what, with the prices of all this stuff these days, it's a pretty damn good deal, honestly. It really is. Look it up.
Yeah, it is the highest possible grade
it's very pure
oil. It is super pure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good stuff.
Not like the stuff you get from Jack's Come and Go down the street.
I don't know anything about that.
That's different.
Yeah. But speaking of pure, we have a pure guest in this. He's a virgin to Off Track. He is like from space. He's like a Mojo Jedi. What's happening, Mr. Jeff Womack? What's going on, man?
I am doing well. In the hunkering down in the bunker here in North Texas.
North Texas, like,
yes, sir.
Is it possible to be more specific? I don't have to give the town, but like, you're not like Wichita Falls area, right?
No, I am about 1.5 miles from Jerry's World.
I'll have to look that up. I don't know.
AT&T Stadium.
Oh, that's Jerry's World. So,
Jerry
okay.
Jones's World.
You're over there. Let's see. Is that Loop 12? No, that's a different stadium, right?
No.
Irving?
Wait a minute. Are you a Cub?
That one was imploded a few years ago, but I did see a game there once.
You a Cowboys fan?
Yes, I am. Since
tragic story.
Wait. Well, he is getting derailed, so go ahead.
I have been a Cowboys fan my whole life. My dad was a fan, so I by default became a fan, and I lost my first bet against Cowboys, or I took the Cowboys against the Redskins and lost my first bet. My dad made me pay it off, and I learned.
What year was that?
I'm going to guess probably 73, 74.
Wait, are you saying you're older than us?
I'm in the ballpark. I'm in the ballpark with you guys.
I don't know, because at 3 years old, I was still pooping my pants.
Okay, I I was probably 7 or 8. I was born in 65, so.
Okay, yeah, you got 5 on me, so. Well, good. You like North Texas? I like Texas, period.
You know, Texas is one of those things, except I do have a little bit of breaking news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is out of Dallas County, and fortunately I live in Tarrant County, but you know, things tend to spread. But they are now limiting the purchase of toilet paper to 12 rolls per person per day.
But wait, per day?
Oh my God.
Okay, all right.
Did Ron Phillips make that happen? 12 rolls per day for a person?
No, he lives in this area too, so he may be part of that. But rationing has begun of toilet paper.
Let's unpack that real quick. So Melissa, we'll use you as the
toilet paper. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, well, Melissa. So there's 2 adults in your house, correct?
Correct.
Or at least one. I'm gonna throw that one guy under the bus. Okay, so if both of you went to, in his case, in their county, and you got 24 rolls of toilet paper, you could go back the next day and get another 24 rolls. How long would it take you to use 48 rolls of toilet paper?
You know, I usually don't plan for that, but it would be months.
But that's the point. Not that there should be a law. We shouldn't have to have a law stating how much toilet paper you can buy. That's my point, is when people are panicking, they don't need to go out and buy all this stuff and then try and sell it or try and hoard it. It pisses me off.
And that's the point, is that, you know, people are buying these mega rolls and they're heading to eBay and they're selling it, and the Dallas commissioners have gotten on board.
And what's to me more mind-blowing is that the fact that people are buying it from them. They're gonna make more. I mean, look, if you're out, use a t-shirt. They'll make more at the store.
There is really no shortage of toilet paper.
No, there's not.
Unless you're at Ron's house.
Well, that, that guy. Yeah, that guy. So there. El Jefe, Wonky Eye Phillips.
Well, doesn't he do most of his pooping at the Desert Air Motel and Convention Center anyway?
Room 17.
I know.
Well,
rumor has it that he uses Brad's book in case he runs out of toilet paper.
It's right there on the stool. It's right.
And, yeah, I believe that's actually room 17 and a half. So
17.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's a half bath. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's horny.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, Jeff, what do you do for a living?
That's hard to say. I work for an industry that's asking for a bailout right now. I work for the largest air carrier in the world. So, and I actually do IT for them now. But I started out as a baggage handler. I was from the bottom to where I'm at.
Well, I'm glad you've handled so many people's bags.
I didn't handle their packages. I just handled their bags.
Well, hey, right. You were
But
underneath the package, close
He
enough.
was a bottom at first.
Yeah, he was the little spoon for a while.
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny. We know a guy who used to work for that company as well.
Yeah. Well, it's been very good to me. I just hit 31 and a half years, so
wow.
I'm not complaining.
Ever been to Memphis?
I have.
Sorry, I'm giving things away.
I know who you're talking about, and he works for the Flying Phallus now. So.
He does. That's right. He switched companies. Yes, it is the Flying Phallus.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. He. We. You know what? We actually might need to get him on here as well, because I don't know if he's willing to talk about it, but I'm glad you brought that up. But yeah, so he's a trader. Damn. What do you know?
I've worked. I was going to say I worked in 7 different cities in many different situations. So I'm happy to be here in Dallas, though. I've been here for almost 20 years, and it's been good.
So over the 31 years of being with this company in this industry, would you consider what's going on right now to be the most effective? What's affected that industry the most, or has there been anything else in your career that has put a hinder to that?
Well, 9/11 was, for me, was very traumatic. It's actually kind of a PTSD type of thing for me. I'm on a specialized team with the company. We're called the Care Team, And
Nice.
when we have an incident, like that, we're the ones that go first. And my story that I usually share, and I'll share it with you guys, is that night or that day after seeing what happened on the news that morning, I was on my way into work knowing something was getting ready to change for all of us. We were put onto an airplane. I was flown to to JFK, and it didn't get real until we actually touched down in JFK, and I was sitting in a window seat, looked out the window. It was at night, and F-16s flew right past us, afterburners on, because we were the only planes in the air. It was one going to Washington, one going to JFK with team members on it, and they escorted us all the way there because they just didn't know. Everything was going on the ground, and a week later, a third of our company was being laid off, and several months later, it was, I was very happy to still be there, but sad that I had a lot of friends that weren't.
Yeah, it's amazing. We talked a little bit earlier about crippling a nation, so to speak, and although it didn't, and it brought a lot of people together, no matter what, it's going to take a hit, and people. And this is my own thoughts here. I have nothing to back this up, but people just maybe experienced and watching over the last few years. Take that situation and multiply that by the whole country.
Right.
And everyone who takes a hit, every company that takes a hit, every household, every individual, and everything that if one family loses that income, it affects everything in their whole world. And then if you take a town, you're talking across the nation. You said how many people lost their jobs in that company?
A lot.
Thousands, right?
Yeah,
right.
Easily tens of thousands.
Right. So, and you multiply that across the nation, people notice.
It's interesting that you say that, because that was something that we all rallied around. Yeah, you're right. It was regional, but we rallied around it. Now this is national.
Yeah.
And people haven't quite realized the impact yet on them.
Oh, it's
Some
coming
have.
down, yeah.
But my daughter was laid off yesterday from her job. She lives in Minnesota, and hopefully, they'll call her back at some point down the road. But that may trickle up to me. She's 26, she's on her own, but she's my daughter. I'm gonna do what I can to make sure that she's.
Yeah, you're gonna try to right.
And then I got 2 other kids that are out of state, in college. So, we're keeping an eye on them and making sure they're okay, and they're in school. They're doing online school, and fortunately they have places to stay. They're not kicked out of their dorms yet, but their universities are letting people know they got to go home.
That's a good point, though, that you said that.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless it.
All right.
Bless everybody.
Bless you.
I
Is there a
think.
little shard there?
Yeah. I think that's a really good direction, though. I mean, not a great direction. It's not like we want to discuss this, but the layoffs. Look, it hasn't even gotten serious yet. They just started shutting down. Where are we at right now? I know my state, Illinois. They just went in lockdown Saturday at 5 p.m. Although I don't even completely understand that. He made this giant announcement yesterday or Friday on the television about how they're going to do this big shutdown until April 2nd. And then he goes into speaking about how you can still do this, and you can do this, and you can go here, and you can go there, and you can buy this and do that and work here and all this. And what did you just do? You didn't change much, but you made this giant deal out of this little thing that you did. And everyone sees a giant announcement. They didn't look into the details of what actually changed, and they think the freaking sky is falling.
Right, exactly. So they had to go out and buy more toilet paper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a revolving cycle here.
It is, and my wife and we've been out a little bit in the last couple of days, and hit the drive-through, try to support the businesses that are still open.
Oh, that's awesome.
Another great thing about Texas, though, and again, our great governor, Greg Abbott, he is allowing liquor delivery, so there is that.
Well, it's
So-
I
Texas.
saw that post, and I forwarded it to my governor. I was
Yeah,
like,
and-
"Hey, buddy." I did.
And if you order from a restaurant that does have a liquor license, they will deliver booze. I mean, but one of the restaurants that my wife and I like to go to, it's a little bit further away since we just moved into this area. We're a little bit further north. But if you buy food from them, they will deliver a liter of margaritas. So
Nice.
That's awesome.
Will they deliver it to Mississippi?
His
That
company
might be a little bit different.
Damn it.
And it depends if you want it frozen or on ice. So,
On ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like frozen either because it's brain freeze.
Yeah.
But the downfall for me of a margarita on the ice is it goes down like candy, and it's just like, whoa, too fast.
And who's candy?
I will never look. That's for you to figure out.
Are those records sealed?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nothing.
Oh, they're online.
Hey, look, the interwebs are forever. Wait, that was before the interwebs. Go ahead, Rusty.
Jeff, have you? Are there rumblings of what's going to happen? Have you heard anything? Are they laying? Are they laying people off yet? Are they rumblings? What?
Well, I mean,
this
week has really moved incredibly fast. I mean, light speed in the industry. I mean, it started off, hey, we're not flying to China anymore. Okay, that's not a big deal. And suddenly, we can't go to Europe. And now it's pretty much anywhere unless it's in the 50 United States. So yeah, things are moving fast. They started off with, in my work group, I'm in IT now, 50-50. You're in the office half the time and off half the time to create social distancing in our workspaces. Then overnight it was like, no, now you're 100%, stay home. And they started offering voluntary leaves, and we've had quite a few people on the front line, that meaning pilots, flight attendants, etc. They're taking those leaves. They're unpaid, but they'll hopefully get their jobs back, assuming everything bounces. And my personal feeling is it's going to bounce. We're going to get through this. We'll all be fine. We have to weather the storm, and if you're smart enough, you had a little nest egg or some money kind of stowed away on the side just in case, and you've got toilet paper in the cupboard and a couple other things, you'll get through this, and people will start coming out, and it'll
I beat her to it.
Yeah.
I saw her
further away.
I saw her reaching. I have longer arms.
Beat her to it. So
yeah.
There you go.
I beat her.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I think we'll come out the other side better, but because we always do. But yeah, we'll be okay. I mean, I don't know what Monday's going to bring, but I'll be here.
So a throwback to what I used to ask our guests.
I'm a beat off.
The throwback.
Are you jumping subjects here, Rusty?
No.
Yes.
What
we
I
need
used
to.
What I used to ask, how tall are you and how much do you weigh?
I am 5'11", and this morning I think I was 209. So.
You're the first one to answer those questions.
Yeah. Everybody else beats around the bush.
Right. Yeah. Hey.
I'm an open book. I'm a Jedi. What am I supposed to do?
Wow.
Yeah.
So
go
ahead, Rusty.
Melissa, ladies first.
Yes, ladies first. Go ahead.
Okay,
So,
Chris, go ahead.
What's the secret of
Sorry.
being a good parent where you have raised 3 successful children?
There you
go. Having a good wife.
Yeah.
You gotta have a partner, right?
Yeah. I'm seriously, this is no joke. I'm literally applauding that. That's awesome.
I try to give them their own autonomy when it was necessary as they got older, and trust them until they give me a reason not to trust them, and then I let them know that I'm disappointed and behavior changes. And I think I've raised 3 successful young ladies. One is going to be a rocket scientist. One is going to be a meteorologist, but not the type. she's gonna chase storms. That's her dream.
Awesome.
And then I have one that she's still figuring it out, but she's the one that got laid off. She's in the medical profession, but the practice she works for is like a sleep study center, so that's elective, and they want all those people to basically shut down.
Right.
But yeah, I would say having a partner that you can play off of is a big thing. It wouldn't be able to do it without her.
And being on the same team.
Yeah, exactly.
Equally yoked.
Thank you.
I used, not to go political, but I used to, think that I was Republican, conservative, blah, 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 blah. And I realized I'm not. I'm libertarian. I believe do what you want to do just as long as it doesn't impact me. That doesn't apply to my kids. but that's the what I try to teach them, and they're polite young ladies, but boy, they can be I don't know if I want to say the word, but they can be very tough to deal with sometimes too. They're very, very hard-headed sometimes.
There's our mascot. Does she have something to say? Kelly, what you doing, girl?
Want to say something? No.
That's such a pretty dog.
She's
Thank
beautiful,
you.
isn't she?
Yeah, she is great.
She's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
My rocket scientist daughter has a dog, looks very similar to that. He's a lot bigger, but his name is Rocket. So he's our grand dog, and he's always fun when he comes over to visit.
Oh, yeah, she was kind of a rescue. I didn't get her from a shelter, but I rescued her from the evil neighbors that used to beat her.
Oh, that's terrible.
That is horrible, yeah.
I believe that they should be beaten as they beat their animals.
Can I volunteer to do that?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, because I'm not going to stop once I start. That's my problem.
All right, so you've been in this job for 31 years. So
let's become subject.
Yeah.
How long are you planning on staying in here?
Well, according to the last time I looked at my retirement fund, which was before all the everything happened, I was thinking maybe 10 years, but it could be 12 or longer. Who knows? So
right.
We got big plans though. We want to get ourselves an RV and hit the road and
hell yeah.
So
right, yes, I am all about the camping RVing experience, my friend.
The KOA here right down the road from me, I passed it the other night and I went, hey, that's where the Mojo gang was last year.
That's right, Arlington.
Yep,
yes,
right off of Cooper.
Yeah, we had a good time there. Speaking of MojoCon, had you planned on going?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I was already set to go, put it on my calendar at my work. I was going to be off. I was ready to head down there. Well, from me, it's 20 minutes away. I'm very familiar. We used to own a business in Grapevine, so I know the area really well, yeah.
Very nice. And, of course, it's postponed. And for those, I'm sure everyone that listens to this show knows it's postponed because there's only like 5 of you. But
I thought it was, well, no, it's 5 tonight because I'm here.
Oh, you're right. It's usually 4.
There are 10s and 10s.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure they're not. Stick around, folks. We're going to talk to Mr. Mojo Jedi on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
You do that, you're going to fall off.
Clear. All right, so we need to get
Smoke.
in.
Be right back.
Yep.
I'm going to ask him about. No, I ain't telling you what I'm asking him.
All right, yeah, we need to throw out some Twitter stuff so that if,
what do you mean throw it out?
Aren't throw out Mojo Jedi or at Mo? Is that?
I've been doing that all week.
Oh, okay.
I did it on what I learned today all week on Daily Mojo. So
awesome.
In fact, I think Brad mentioned it once.
Cool.
He did?
Yeah, Thursday or Friday morning, I got in at. I've learned the timing for tweeting. They move down so quick. You got to watch the time, and you got to hit it just right to get.
Yeah. That's right. You got to go. I've always thought right before they go to break or right when they come back.
Yeah, those 2 times especially, and then at the end of the show, you got to wait till like 56 or 57 on your clock.
Yep.
Because I know their clock's a little bit ahead, so you
Yep.
hit it, and you'll get in. You know, you might get in under the wire unless they got a lot of jibber jabber going on about whatever.
Or unless you're Priceless Six.
Or Beaver.
Who's texting
Yeah,
him
or
all
Beaver.
day and all night as it is.
S.K. Thompson. Beaver, S.K. Thompson. Sid.
No, he doesn't read Beavers anymore.
Duck gets it a lot.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Duck.
Actually, he's kind of my Twitter hero.
Yeah.
So.
He's an Air Force vet.
We need
That's
to
why.
we need to have him on again.
I'm a Navy brat, so there's that.
There you go.
Nice.
We need to get into that.
You want to talk about his parents?
No, I don't know if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you travel around though? Seriously?
We were fortunate. My dad was a snipe, so he was an engineer.
He's a machinist mate.
Whoa, coming in hot, guys. Hold on. Welcome back. Sitting here this evening, Mr. Jeff Womack, a.k.a. Mojo Jedi. I want to know where your lightsaber is. I know, Jedi. Yeah.
No, don't show us your lightsaber.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't ask him to show it. I just asked where it is.
Show him your
Are you a big Star Wars fan?
I am a very big Star Wars fan. I remember the very first time I saw it, where I saw it, and the chills I got when in the opening scene.
Really? Where were you?
Yeah.
Where were you?
I was in Hawaii at the
On the night of
Cinerama.
1978?
6 or 5.
No.
77.
77 or 8.
Well, I was there in 76, so 77 it came out. I was at the Cinerama movie theater, sitting down near the front, and I remember that when the Star Destroyer comes right over the top of you, chasing the little Carillion cruiser, I get chills talking about it. It's crazy.
Wow.
A little fact about Star Wars. Star Wars was the first movie that did not roll credits at the beginning.
Wow.
Yeah, do you realize every movie before that rolled
That's right.
credits of who was in it? Star Wars did not. It come out and started as Once Upon a Time in a Galaxy Far, Far Away. There was no credits.
A long time ago, but somehow in the future.
Or, well, yeah, whatever.
Long ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
But somehow in the future.
Yeah, that was the first movie to do that.
You notice I haven't said anything I don't know. Like, I've seen it.
I didn't realize because I know
All right,
that.
I'm out.
I've seen it. I've seen it a couple times, like even the original, and I'm like, I don't know how you people remember all this crap.
Okay, I've never
From
seen
any
the
movie.
movie Frozen.
What's
I've
that?
never seen the movie Frozen, so I've never seen
Me
the movie
either.
Frozen, so I got that.
Me either.
Yeah.
No, I can watch a movie. Okay, so maybe Smokey and the Bandit because I've seen it a million times.
Okay, that's a
your
great one
theme
too.
song.
Right.
I love that song.
And
Eastbound
I have,
Down?
I have a good friend of mine who can lay down some Sheriff Buford Deach. Oh my gosh, man, this guy.
Jackie Gleason was a hero then.
Yeah, man, that guy. Let me tell you, he come out and he goes, "Ain't nobody chasing me, boy."
Your mother's ass.
Yeah. When I got
my
home.
oldest daughter's boyfriend, he rebuilt a Firebird, and it's an exact replica from the movie Smokey and the Bandit, and they have a little black or brown lab called Bandit.
Aww.
Yeah. I'll have to send you a picture. I'll find one and send you a picture. He put that all back together himself, and he takes it around.
What's your most prized Star Wars possession?
Prize possession?
The one you really admire the most.
I have a lot of them. I mean, it's really hard to put one down. My mother-in-law gave me a bank that when you put the coins in, it's Darth Vader.
Oh.
And it'll do the music, the Darth Vader theme there, and his arm will raise up, the lightsaber lights up.
Yeah.
You know, impressive, very impressive. But you're not a Jedi yet. And in our old workspace, that's how I used to tell people where I was at. You know, we worked in cubes, and I had it up on the top of the cube. And if someone had to come and find me, I said, "Well, just look for Darth Vader, and you'll find him."
Well, there you go. No one tried to steal it?
No, not at all.
Did I ever tell you about my son? He's 9. He helped out an old lady clean out her attic after her son died. And I think he was like 50 something. And she gave him one of his old Darth Vaders from when the movie first came out. It's like 3 foot tall.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of really cool stuff. I've been able to visit some of the filming locations. I've been to Tunisia where they filmed all the scenes from Tatooine, the sand planet, and then I've been to the redwoods in Northern California where they did Return of the Jedi. And 2 years ago, I went to Ireland, and I went to the island where they actually filmed the last 3 movies at where Luke Skywalker was at. It's called Skellig Michael Island. It's off the southwestern coast of Ireland, and got to go on the island. And really cool, those huts that they were in, I don't know if you've seen those movies, but those beehive type huts are there, and they're part of a 6th century monastery that was built, and they incorporated them into the movie. It's a really cool place.
And Mississippi has the Darth Vader. Ooh.
How old is that, Melissa? Look, Gilly is afraid of Darth Vader.
Late 70s.
It's in really good shape from what it looks like.
Well, yeah.
Darth Vader left us a voicemail tonight.
It was an old, it was in an older, when the movie came out, it was an older person just sat in his room.
Yeah, I need to talk to Kinsey about that Darth Vader.
Actually, if you don't know this, Sean, but that was not Kinsey that.
Oh, I know, but he's in charge of voicemails, so I need to chat with that man. Do you know who did it?
Yeah, I know exactly who did it.
Then we need to talk to that person. Sorry, Kinsey, you're out.
We can talk to him because he's here with us.
I watched a video on how to make a Darth Vader voice.
It was Chris.
All this, and y'all make me look like a big fool. So I don't even know what's going on in my own damn show. Come on.
Well, you specifically said you didn't want to know anything about voicemails before they play.
I know, but dang, I wish I'd known that because we're going to do some stuff. Thank you. I got an idea.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
I think you already figured it out, but it's okay. Huh. I know that one guy right there, Mr. Mojo Jedi, is going to appreciate it. So.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Pretty cool stuff. What do you see?
Not if the Death Star actually gets here in 72 hours like the voicemail said. We're real dead.
You know what? Maybe the Death Star, maybe it would be a good thing right now for a bunch of us. You know what? I'm with Brad Staggs. Bring in the meteorite. Bring in the caldera at Yellowstone.
Yeah, Yellowstone.
Please.
Come on, Yellowstone.
Just take me out. I'm done.
The meteorite needs to hit the caldera at Yellowstone. I think that'll do it.
That might make a nice splattering effect. Can I get on that? Can I take a ride on the meteorite while it's inbound? Please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did Melissa go?
I don't know. She disappeared, but Gilly's here, so that's all that matters.
Gilly can hold down the fort. So Jeff, where do you think all this stuff's going to play out? I'm not trying to get back on all that stuff, but where do you? From a large company's point of view, maybe where do you see happening?
I'm a glass half full type of person, so I think we'll get through it, and once we get to the second half of the summer, things will pick up. People are going to want to go. When businesses open up, there are people that need to get there and take care of business, and they're going to start flying again. And I think for the public, at least initially, it's going to be great because fares are going to be low. You'll be able to get on airplanes. As soon as we can get the airplanes back in the air, there's going to be, seats everywhere to go wherever you want to go. So,
what I think is going to happen is even in a short span of time, let's just say it's 2 weeks, the 14 days, whatever it may be. Being that everybody has panicked and tried to hoard everything and be ready to stay locked up in their house with their loved ones and oh my goodness, the world is ending, the sky is falling. They're going to be just as anxious to get their ass out and go do things and spend money and blow money and go to all the restaurants that they never got to enjoy because, oh my gosh, the world could have ended and we need to go do the things in my bucket list right now. They're going to blow a lot of money.
As an employee, right now is the best time in the world for us because the planes are half full. So we can get seats now. We fly standby. We don't, so I can get on any plane I want, go anywhere I want, but everywhere's closed. I can't go anywhere.
Well, you can get there and sit and wait.
Can't go to China.
Well, I mean, even domestically, I mean, you fly to California, nothing's open. You can fly to New York, nothing's open. Now
you can wait it out.
Yeah.
Just fly there and wait for it to open.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for me,
I think you should fly around the country right now taking pictures of everything that's closed.
Oh, hey, wait! Can we do a Mojo 50 tour right now for the dirt cheap price of nothing?
Yeah.
The 5 of us, let's meet up and we'll go do a tour. We'll fly around and get jet lag.
Just fly around. Unfortunately, I take the opposite aspect of this. I think that being shut down and all these people are going to be losing their businesses. And
yes,
they're going to spend all the money that they have, and they're not going to have anything left. And I hate to put this out there, and maybe people won't be listening because we only have tens and tens of listeners. I think there's going to be a big run on the banks of people pulling out everything that they possibly have just to survive because they're not bringing in any money, and it's going to downward spiral into a huge freaking mess. And
wow, you are so uplifting.
Yeah, martial law is going to be.
It's really weird to me that Rusty would be the negative one.
Yeah, I know. I would have never thought that. In all honesty, Rusty, I don't necessarily disagree with you. No, I do see if it continues, if there's no light at the end of the tunnel, I don't want to be a pessimist, but like you said, people panic. We've talked about this throughout the whole show. Sometimes it's for good reason. Sometimes it's not. And you don't know when to, I don't like the word panic. You don't know when to be overly cautious or cautious at all sometimes. We don't know the future. This could be 2 weeks. This could drag on. It could get a lot worse. Lord willing, it doesn't.
I don't think you should be panicking.
No.
Period. Yet I don't think there's any reason to panic. It's chill out, relax, get through this initial curve. I think what they're trying to do from the containment and medical perspective is the right thing. I know it's impacting a lot of people. It's impacting me, but get through this initial phase and let everyone kind of go, okay, it isn't as bad. Because I know you can still make the argument, with the flu, but this is a flu, right? We just don't have a way to protect elderly people and young people because there's no quote unquote vaccine yet, but it's a flu. And, once we all kind of grasp around that, people will go, okay, it's not that bad. I'll get sick for a little while. I mean, I know I've had the flu in my life, probably half a dozen times. Who knows? I've never been to a doctor and had someone say, that's the flu. But I know I've had the flu and I'm still here. And this is like it too. I'm not going to visit my parents. They're both 80 years old. I know not to go do that because that's what they're telling me. I believe them. We'll get through this.
Yeah, I think the one thing I had heard is it goes in through your nasal. It's airborne, like Melissa. I think.
Don't touch your face.
What's that?
Don't touch your face.
Yeah. Okay, that was funny because I remember. I'm sure everyone's seen this by now, right? The lady who gave the speech at the podium, and she's like, "Don't do this, don't do that, don't touch your face, flip the page," and the lady in the background's over there. Don't touch your face. It's just like, really? Do you not realize what you're doing?
Look. We need to get something straight here. There is a
We're off track.
Yeah, there is a difference.
Wait, something straight.
There is a difference between airborne and from what I understand, it is not technically airborne. It is if somebody is speaking and spittle flies through the air and lands on you, that's not airborne.
Well,
airborne is words matter. Airborne is that the virus can float through the air by itself with no other means necessary and get into you that way. It is not airborne. It is spittle fluids, however fine, that lands on you and gets into you that way. Airborne is completely different.
We've heard different things then.
Well, and what it gets into you is actually through mucus. So
Right.
not necessarily through your mouth. It'd be through your nose or through your nasal, eyes, things like that.
Right. Yeah. You rubbing it on you and getting.
Like I've been doing sitting here for the past few minutes, actually.
Well, you can get pink eye that way too.
Yeah, that's true.
But again, wash your hands, and wipe down your computers at work, wipe down your phones. I think all those things, what they're saying, if people pay attention and do that, we'll get past this. Now, all the financial stuff, that is crazy. I'm not a fan of everyone getting a check, etc.
No, I'm not either. We talked about this ahead of before you came on the show, and it bugs me because I think most of us at least lean to the right, as libertarian as we may be, and I love that fact, and that's who we are. But what bugs me is the fact that I don't, maybe there are a few, but I don't see a lot of people, and I know if Doc Thompson were here, he'd be calling it out. President Trump, why are you going to spend another or make another $1 trillion and give it away? Excuse me?
They're talking about $2 trillion now.
Oh, is it 2?
That's the last thing I heard earlier.
I'm going to smack some people who just say they just love Donald Trump for everything he does then.
No.
He's a person. He fails too.
Exactly. Now, when they first started talking about stuff like that, and they were talking about a tax holiday, I was on board. I was on board about a tax holiday, but sending checks to people, I don't see how that really helps.
No, I don't either.
Rusty, what are you doing?
Huh?
This
What
looks
are you
funny
doing?
from my area.
Adjusted here. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
On camera. Hey, look, it can't be any worse than someone eating their dinner on camera.
Well, you remember the story he did right before we brought in the guest, right?
Yeah, I was wondering. No, I did that last week for shtick.
I know. I got to give you crap because you're not the only one to do it. You did it for a reason. Rusty does it because he's hungry. Rusty's over there
It's like,
on the show. You did it because it was Chinese food and Corona beer. Anyway.
bless you.
Yeah, you too.
Bless you.
Anyway.
And look, obviously, folks, we do a lot of stories. We've started to do some stories based on stories that come from the Babylon Bee, right? It's meant to be humorous, but look, there's a lot of truths that come from the backstories of this, right? So here's the headline. Congress assures nation they're working tirelessly to figure out how to take advantage of a crisis. That's meant to be satire, but it's true.
It is true. It's 100%
It is.
true.
This is why I enjoy. I'm like, oh, I want to talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it because I get it. Congress people from both sides of the aisle assured the nation Friday they're going to try to take advantage of the current crisis in every possible way. Yeah, because it doesn't matter which side you're on and what you believe and who you voted for. They're all in this together. It is the swamp.
They are both willing to spend our money.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, they're probably out there having cigars and drinking whiskey at a bar after they get off. Whatever.
Are they open? Are they still open in DC?
I don't even know, honestly. Does anyone
Screw them.
I'm wondering how many like underground speakeasies or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there are underground restaurants where people are actually hanging out.
Good point, Melissa.
Kind of like the Prohibition, but it's like underground restaurants and poker and bars.
Have you ever taken a tour at the state or at the nation's capital, at the Capitol building? That if you go down, you go to the Capitol building and you go down below the Capitol. There's lots of interesting spaces down there.
Yeah, I'd like. Actually, I'm a little torn there. I'd like to go see it for historical reasons, but on the other hand, I don't want to give the government any of my time and make them seem like they're more important than what they are as it is.
You're not there to see them. You're there to see history.
That's
an odd way of looking at it.
Well, and I look at it as I'm there to see my building. You know, that's my building. Yeah. It's not their building. Exactly. It's my building.
They don't. Yeah, I do understand it, but I don't like the fact that I buy a house and I pay property taxes.
Ooh, ouch! Yeah.
That's my house. Why am I paying you taxes on something that I'm purchasing?
Right.
And there was a rumor, and I'm just going to leave it at a rumor because I don't know if there was any truth to this, that the state of Illinois is losing so many people to other states, people moving out, that they wanted to put, and the number was 20%, what I had heard. 20%, if you sell your house to move out of state, that you have to pay the state of Illinois 20% of what you paid for your house. And I'm like, guess what? I got a big old F you for that, pal.
Yeah.
My house.
I believe New York already does that.
Well, they can go. I'm going to be nice. I'll shut my mouth.
I'm sure somebody.
Suck a pickle.
Yeah, well, pickle juice gets rid of cramps. That's a good thing. Hey, Americans were worried that the crisis was going to hit hard without any push from the government to present itself as the answer to all their problems. There's your 10.
Chris, I can't read your mind.
Chris has got it.
I got static.
But lawmakers,
that's right.
I'm just going to keep reading. But lawmakers assured Americans that they're working together to look at all the challenges of our current disaster and pull up the right strings so that they come out on top. Yeah, the government's going to come out on top. Trust me. That's what they do. Why? Because for some reason they have the power to screw all of us. Why does the government have the power? What actually gives people the power over other people?
Screw them.
The law?
Exactly.
You have to have people who will enforce it. I agree. But guess what? Those people have homes. Those people have families. Those people have bills. Are they going to enforce it? Maybe. I know some will. For a long time, I thought people in the military, all people in the military were all patriotic and all about us, the community. No, I know there's some people in the dang military who would jump on board with the government. It saddens me to think that it's true. Black helicopters outside my building. Anyway, Melissa, what are you reading?
Nothing.
They're coming for you. They heard you.
I thought you were going to read a story.
I did. I need to make myself one of those, Chris.
Did anybody buy me that $70 hand sanitizer?
Did you get that at Etsy or did you do that yourself?
I made this all by myself.
Is that an R2D2 costume?
What? Whoa, where did you switching around on us?
Do you know that he was the most vulgar character in history?
Who was?
They beeped every word he ever said.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay, you need the rim shot for that one.
Che. Chris,
That's a total dad joke.
Oh yeah, I'm Rusty. You got to hurry up. I think there's something funny coming from.
Is
that
he
side
really?
there.
Is that what he's doing?
I have no idea.
What?
I'm concerned.
Rusty may be pooping. I'm just.
Oh,
Whoa!
I didn't.
I'd rather know he's pooping, Melissa. That's an.
I don't know. You didn't see what he was doing earlier underneath his desk. So.
Well. There's
Bless you.
I really wish I knew who they were talking about here. If there's a constitutional right to be trampled on in this, we're on it, said one Democratic congresswoman. Is that Ilhan Omar?
Hashtag term limits. That's all I got to say.
You know what? How about better? I agree with that, but how about stop voting for morons?
That's even better, but morons keep voting for morons, and that's our problem.
And there it is. Why are morons allowed to vote? Because we live in America where you're America. You can do anything you want. Well, for the time being.
Because they can.
Yeah. And you know what? Why does it seem like the people who are allowed to vote because they vote because they can are the ones who are paying, they're not paying attention, but they still go pull the levers. The people, man, there's so many people that they should be voting who are not.
I think the age of enlightenment is about 28 years old. When they start getting paid after getting out of college, that's when they go, holy crap, Bernie Sanders wanted what?
What's she doing?
Nothing.
You having an aneurysm?
Mm-hmm.
What?
What?
What's on your mind?
Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Continue. You saw that Bernie Sanders when they get out of college.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying the age of enlightenment is about 28. And when they start getting paid after college, they suddenly realize that people like Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden that want to give everybody free crap, that's my money that's paying for that free crap. They're still paying for it. And they don't realize it now that someone's got to pay for it. And it's going to be them.
That's right. They realize, who the hell is FICA and why are they taking so much of my shit?
Exactly.
I think it's key what Jeff said, though, that
Best line, Rusty.
he said the age of enlightenment is 28. Here's my question.
That's why nobody should get married until they're at least 28.
There's a lot of things people shouldn't do until they're 28.
Except for Rusty.
Beyond, is it before the badge? I mean, look, Dominic Izzo says you shouldn't be a cop until you're a certain age. You know what? I kind of get it.
Yep.
I get the concept. Maybe
you need to have a life experience. You need to know what things could happen. You need to be planning ahead and know that this could lead to that. So maybe I need to rethink my decision before I go and do it.
Yep.
You know, that's a topic to be had. I'm sure it's been had a million times, but do we think that it's, quote, American-like to, and we're coming up, we're closing out right now, but
yeah, why don't we get Jeff to give his Twitter handle and all that jazz before we run out of time?
Oh, well, there it is.
Well, it's at Jeff Womack, and it's Mojo Jedi, and
whoa, Mac.
Whoa,
Mac.
Mac.
Go follow him. He's funny.
He is.
I bring the snark.
We love this.
And that's what we like, and make sure
you shock
wash your hands.
Yeah, to me, Jackhole Nation is a great nation to belong to.
It is.
Yes, sir.
We love it.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
I know
that one guy.
I know when MojoCon gets rescheduled that I'll get to see everybody again, meet everybody face to face, and that'll be a lot of fun.
And there are some other events planning. Excuse me.
Did you get your refund yet?
What?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Donation is kind of the term I would use.
There you go.
Huh. That's a conspiracy.
Donating?
Folks, there's some other events that are being planned tentatively right now for this year for the Jackhole Nation. So, get on the socials, check it out, interact with your Jackhole Nation, and find out where everyone's going to meet up this year. Until next week, Mr. Jeff Womack, Mojo Jedi, thank you, sir. Love you. Thanks for joining us, hanging out. See you guys later. Bye-bye.